Welcome back to another video of some multiple choice questions here by ExamPrep.ai. We have some cash and cash equivalents on our schedule today. And let's start off. What amount should STAR report as cash and cash equivalents in the balance sheet as of December 31st? Now let's run through this together. Let's see. STAR Corp had the following accounts and balances in its general ledger as of December 31st. Petty cash. Think about this to yourself. Would we include this in our cash and cash equivalents? If your answer is yes, then you are correct. We'll include that. How about our checking account at XYZ Bank? Would we include this as well? Yep. Awesome, awesome. We will include that. Next, we have a marketable equity security. What are your thoughts? All right, that is going to be excluded because that's not cash. That's an investment. It's an asset. It's an investment. It's going to be included separately under investments in your asset section. What about marketable debt security? All right, that is going to be excluded as well. That's an investment, not cash and cash equivalent. Cash and cash equivalent, that's going to be bars of gold. It's going to be cash. It's going to be checking accounts. Will it be a depository account? Well, what is a depository account? That is going to be pretty much commercial checking, savings banks accounts, certificate of deposits, different items such as those. That is going to be included as well. Total answer here is 20,000 plus 5 plus 50 plus 50 plus 500. Wow. All right, 25,000 plus 500, 25,500. Final answer is going to be letter B. Awesome, awesome there. Let's move on to our next one. Okay, after reconciling the bank statement, what amount should Alton report as its cash account balance? All right, so bank rec, let's see what reconciling items we will have. Now keep in mind as we go through this, we are going to include items that are not communicated. That's how I like to say it as well. Like what items were not communicated to each party. In this case, we want our cash account balance reconciling to the bank statement. So what would the cash account balance not know of, or what's an error? And for your convenience as well, I've got this right here. These are reconciling items. I definitely recommend to memorize this, but please be familiar with it. And let's run through. Cash balance was 32,300. That seems to be a good starting point. Let's use that as our starting point. We start with 32,300. Now, what are we going to add or subtract to that? Let's see. Recorded in the general ledger at the end of the month prior to receiving the bank statement. So this is what they have on their books. Reconciliation of the bank statement reveals the following information. We have a bank service charge of $15. Is that something that we are going to include, not include? Do we add, subtract? What do we do? Well, this we are going to include, and we are going to subtract it because this bank service fee is something that the bank knew about. However, we did not know about as Alton's books. Next up, checks deposited and returned for insufficient funds check. This is a bounced check. This is someone gave you a check to pay for your goods that they bought, and then it bounces because there's not enough money in their account. So always do a check on their credit. Make sure they can pay. Or just accept cash. Okay, now that insufficient funds check, well, the bank knew about it because it bounced. However, we did not know about it as Alton. The books in Alton did not know that bounced. It's not an increase in money. It's for sure a decrease. So we're going to decrease $120. Next up, we are going to have deposit recorded in the general ledger as $258, but should be $285. Ooh, a little dyslexic moment there. Okay, what should that do to our balance? Well, looks like we recorded in our ledger, this doesn't have to do with the bank, we recorded $258, but should be $285. So we recorded less. We need to record more. That difference there is $27. So we are going to add $27 to our balance. All right, and checks outstanding were $1,800. What are your thoughts on this one? This one we are not going to include at all, actually, because checks outstanding, the bank doesn't matter at this point, right? So we're talking about our cash balance. We know about that. We know that those are checks outstanding. The bank doesn't know about that. So if it was asking to reconcile the bank statement balance, sure, we would include that. But we, as the cash account, we know about that. So we already know about it. We're not going to include that in our final balance. We add these all together, add or subtract, bringing these together. Final answer is going to equal $32,192. Final answer is letter A. Cool. Awesome. Hope you all enjoyed that one. This is a good chapter to take a look at. This kind of question could for sure be a sim if they add a lot more components to it. Take a look, get familiar. You all are awesome. Keep going strong, and you've got this. Have a great rest of your day.